the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Jaime Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
On second down, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. It's complete. He's got cut. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Seattle.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
To throw again is Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Darnold to the air once more. He's got room at the 30, and they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
And he's close to another 1st down. He'll step out right at that 1st down marker.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Walker. And he's going to have the Seahawks 1st down. They managed to convert. They'll keep the drive alive.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
2nd and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. The open man is Smith and Jigba. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Woo! And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
Has an opening past the 40. A terrific run. He's got this one down inside the 30-yard line. A big run by Chubb. 45 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it just past their 25.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
The Seahawks offense ready now for their second drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On play action, here's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's taken in by Horton. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 28-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Once again, it's Walker. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Kamari and Lassiter there on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Throwing, Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he will power his way into the end zone. Walker, touchdown Seattle.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks are out to a 10-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over for their second possession. Kirk is the motion man. He'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
We'll try to run it here, and it's Chubb. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Southern Cal. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Back deep for Seattle, Torrey Horton. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. They'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And mark him down up beyond the 30. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
They'll run the sneak. Fighting for the marker. He loses the football.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Really nice play here by the strong safety, and what's unique about this player is the position that he's playing makes him have to play deep coverage like we saw here, but also at times be able to get down in the box and be an extra linebacker. That versatility is something we're seeing a lot out of safeties in today's NFL, and you can see a big reason why.
Off the play fake, here's Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It is a big-time play for Houston. And even 30 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this one in. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Texans are on the board. It's 10-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Tight end motioning left. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now, Darnold. Too much, and he goes down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. The fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Texans offense ready to see what they can do. Kirk is the motion man. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down for Houston.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he will get into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Houston.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans are on top. It's 14-10. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They'll go play action with Darnold. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On second down, it's Darnold. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. He will have the Seahawks first down. We're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
You know, how often do we see, Mike, in these 3rd and short situations, there's so many bodies up near the line of scrimmage, and this back has his head down, hitting it so hard that sometimes he runs into that line and Sometimes he can come out that backside.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Get this complete to Horton. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the ground, it's Walker, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Darnold to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Will Anderson in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This one from 49. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within a point. It's 14-13. So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Drive will start on the ground. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Reek Woolen brings him down. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
It is 2nd and 6. Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Stroud connects with Collins. And it's a 1st down for Houston.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
Really impressive way to close out this 1st half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break, so they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the 2nd half.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Darnold. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Derek Stingley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this 1st half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the 2nd half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Throwing for the pistol. Stroud. To the left side. And caught by Schultz. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's out wide for Chubb. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
It's a gain of 6. And the Texans first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Once again, it's Chubb. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
That is caught. Finding Higgins. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. With the man, that's Collins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Here's Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker, it is 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. Now it is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll take off and he will score! C.J. Stroud, touchdown Texans. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Seahawks 13.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, a very short game. From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Huff brings it in left side. The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's taken in by Horton. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the 33, here's second and 2. A handoff, running left is Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 2.
Second and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on third down.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
Here's second and 2. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2.
To throw is Darnold. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We call it the octopus. And it cuts the deficit down a bit further.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Escaping to his left. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a first down.
First down, Houston.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Schultz, the motion man. They'll go with Chubb, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Texans first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Kirk is the motion man. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Stroud. This one complete to Bryant. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now, Stroud. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. We'll start at the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. This one into the hands of Smith and Jigba. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. First down, Seattle.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. The game-time touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So, take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. Second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. This one snagged by Smith and Jigba. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
A throw on the move is caught.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Darnold to the air once more. The open man is Smith and Jigba. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here's Darnold again. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The Texans offense ready for this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. That's taken in by Chubb. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first down, it's Stroud. That's out wide for Chubb. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
They'll turn and hand this one off. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
And the Texans first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Woody Marks. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Will Anderson on the tackle. Gain of a guard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Tight end on the move left. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll take a shot downfield looking for Cup. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Moving to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Darnold. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Zach Charbonnet was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. That's going to be caught, and that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Schultz, the motion man. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Going back in the backfield. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. Talk things over before third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He takes off. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
In trouble, and down he goes. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come to the line for this one. 3rd down, needing 3. They'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Darnold to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down.
At the 23-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
To throw again is Darnold. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Texans offense about ready to take over once more. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down, and then time to shake hands. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.